Hello there, welcome again. Okay, so this is part 2 of pointers in C++ where we use Arduino to implement our pointers. Okay, so first of all, please guys, I'm very encouraging you to go through part 1 of this tutorial to get an idea of the pointers, why and how we use it. Then you come here to have hands-on examples with pointers. Okay, so to start, first I already connect an Arduino Uno to my laptop here, connected to port number 5, and also open the new sketch to start our coding. Okay, so first of all, before we talk and give you a headache about the pointers, we need to have some, how can I say, we have to deal about some concept and some rules that need to follow, okay? So first of all, let's say if we want to declare normal standard variable. Okay, to declare standard variables, let's say we have integer x equal to 3, 4, 6, whatever. And also, let's say we have float pi equal to 13.4. I don't know back 13.4, but whatever. Let's have another float m equal 11.44. Let's have, I don't know, maybe let's have byte n equal to 2. Okay, so this is how we declare the standard normal variable as we learn. This is very basic standard thing. Okay, we need the type of the variable, name of the variable, and also the value if there is any. Okay, so now if, let's say, again, we're still on the normal standard variable, we haven't go into the pointers yet. Okay, so we will use our code only in the setup function. For the loop function, we will not put anything because most of the code will be implemented in setup. No need to use that one. Okay, so we need serial, so let's define serial. Serial.begin 9600. And also, do we need to declare? No need. Okay. So now we're still in, let's come here, yes. Again, normal standard variables. Okay, so if I want to, how can I say? I want to return, or yeah, I want to, let's say, return or read or access the variable value. How to read or access the variable value? Okay, by using or calling the variable name only. Okay, for example, I want to access, or I want, let's say, print serial.print x. This is the method that I can access, read, or return the value of the X variable. Okay, so now if I upload it, okay, should be done. Here we go. Okay, so this is the value of X. Okay, this is how I read. I just use the variable name. So before this, let's copy this. Print. We can say here X value equal to here print line. Okay. Okay, so the X equal to this. This is how we can access or read the variables. Let's say we have another one. Let's say I want to read M. So M value, I just need to mention or call the name of the variable. Okay. Uploading, done. Okay, so now X equal to this much, M equal to this much. How I access the value? By calling the name of the variable. Now, if I want to return or access the address, to access, return, or read the address of the variable. To access the address of the variable, we need to use an person plus the variable name. Okay, this is a new thing, might be for you guys. Okay, if I want to know the address where this variable located inside the memory or inside the RAM, I have to use n and the variable name. For example, let me copy this. So just now we say if I use only the variable name, it will return the value that's been stored inside this variable. But if I add and before, it will not return the value, but it will return the address of that variable. Okay, so now will not be X value, but it will be what? Yes, X address, which is equal to M address as well. Since we are reading the address, we need to define, okay, define the type of the data. So here usually you use it as integer, and also here as integer. This way I will return the address of the, okay, you see now this is the address. Let me add something here, copy, just to separate, and show this one. I will add this to separate the two quotes. So let me add just small things, and also at the end Okay, let's see. Compiling, compiler happy, uploading now, and done. Beautiful. Okay, so here to read the value. Okay, this is the value of the variable. Here to read the address, we see the address 260, 256. 250, 260 make no sense for us, so it's better to change. Actually, this one, this variable, they are in decimal. It's better to change to hexa, so we can know exactly where is the locations. We change to hexadecimal. Then here we go. Okay, so now these are the addresses of the variable. Now these are no more the value that's been stored inside. No, this one is the address of the m variable that store this value. Okay, and why this one? If you notice or if you remember, the first memory location. Let's go back to the to the previous slides. Yes, exactly. If you remember here, let me get the pointer highlighter. Okay. Do you remember? This SRAM start from 100, enter 10 FF. Okay. Let's end the show. Save this card. Okay. So this is the first memory location, which is 100, and since this is what m, if you remember, m is what? M is float. How many bytes? 4 bytes. So from 100 to 104, consider 4 bytes. From 104, I have another variable which is x. Okay. So now if I define another and more variables, then I can see the exact location inside the memory of the Arduino. Okay, so again, by using this n% before, let me take another example, another one to give you the complete idea. I really encourage you to go there, define a lot of variables with different different data types to see exactly how many bytes being consumed by your variables and exactly where are your variables inside your memory. Okay, so let's go for n bytes. For the bytes, I want to see the address of the n, and here n. So let's see. Since this is n, so n consider only 1 byte. I have m float 4 bytes. X integer, how many bytes? 2 bytes. Exactly. So n now start from where? Start from 100. Now until n. Why? Because n is 1 byte. So it will take only 100, only this 100. M start from 101. From 101 until 105, because n is float. And whatever we add more variables, the compiler will arrange the variables for us. Okay, so these are the locations now, the address where these variables being stored inside the memory. Okay, this information very important for us before we go and touch pointers. Okay, this is very important, you need to understand. Okay, now we come to the pointers. Now we come to pointers. How to declare pointers. To declare pointers, need to use star mark before the variable name. Okay, for example, before I do that, before I declare the variable, the first thing I need to declare the pointer data type. For example, I want to make a pointer to point my integer variable. So again, I need to declare it as integer. Integer, for example, I'll point, let's say, pointer underscore x. Okay. Again, let's say I want pointer to point my, let's say my pi, or no, to m, let's say whatever, pi or m, and either one, it will still be float star any name, let's say ptr, any name as long as there should be star before the pointer. Okay, so in this way we can declare now our pointers. These pointers, they are now considered as pointers to point another variable. They are not variables anymore. Okay, so for the variable, for the pointers, also we have some special functions or special characters. We can use them to see how to return the value or return the address. Now these all we talk about the standard or normal variable. Now I will talk about pointers access. Okay, now to access or to return the stored address of the pointer. Okay, now I want to see that we already have a deal that the pointer will store the address of the variable. Okay, now I want to see the address, the exact address that we stored inside. Okay, so to access this address, okay, we need to use the pointer name only. Okay, to access the address, I just want to see, for example, now I already do my code, I want to see my address. I just need to use the pointer variable only. For example, let me copy this, otherwise it will be too long and boring. Copy this. So now I want to access, for example, I want to see the address of, how many pointers? I have 2 pointers, I guess. I want to see this. Okay. So I want to see the address of this one. This is not the address exactly of this. This is address, let's say like this. The address stored in this one. Okay, I want to see the address that's stored inside the pointer x. Again, as we say, we use only the variable name, so no need anything, just like this. Okay, and now we use the other pointer. Just like this, and this one delete. So now we can say the address stored in pointer this. Okay, so in this code, let's upload it. We will see the address that's been stored inside the these pointers. Okay. Right, like this. Oh, sorry, should be another way. Okay, wait. Control sign. Should be here. This is the last one. We copy this also. So we have to repeat again. So this is the address stored in this pointer. We need to have only the pointer name and the address stored in the other pointer is this, and also need only the pointer name without these sticks. Okay, now should be okay. Yep, sorry for that. Okay, so compiler happy, done, let's go. Here we go. Okay, so again, I'm sure guys you're already familiar with these things. Now we start from here. These are our pointers. So the address stored in pointer x 0 and in mptr also 0. Why? Because we haven't assigned any address yet. We just declare them here. Then we directly print. They are still fresh, they are still new, no address been assigned yet. Okay, so I can have a comment here that this is before, not before, say these are new pointers. Okay, so these are new pointers, so definitely we can see nothing inside, all full of zeros. Yes, these are new pointers. Okay, so now I will start to assign how can I say, assign a value to the assign the address. Okay, now to store the variable address in the pointer. Okay, to store the variable address in the pointer, first we need the pointer. Again, since we need to store the address in the pointer, so we need the pointer without any characters, just like this, pointer x, that one we declare here, or pointer or m pointer. Okay, then we assign them to the address of the variable. Since here pointer x, so definitely I want to store what? For example, x address. How to access or read the x address? You remember here, to access or read the address of the variable. Yes, we say plus n sign plus the variable name. So from here equal to n x. So this instruction will take the address of the x, store it in the pointer x. Same goes to here. I need the m address, or the address of the m variable. So equal to n m, that's all. Okay? So now I can copy this. Let's see these are the pointers after assignments. Okay? Yep. Let's see how they look like now. Okay, done. Here we go. We need to have this. Okay, no need. Okay. So now, when they were new pointers, we have 0, 0 because we haven't assigned anything yet. Now, pointer x is already stored the address of the x variable. So if we come to the x, what's the address of the x? 105. So now 105 is the pointer of that variable. Same go to the m variable. mptr, the pointer is store the address of m, okay, which is this. So now I can directly access these variable using their addresses that we stored in the pointers. Okay? Now, okay, until now we have learned how to read the value of the standard variable, how to access and read the address of the standard variable, how to read and access the address of the stored address inside the pointer. But now I want to know how can I read, okay, can I read and access the value of this pointer? Okay, for example, understand now, mptr, this pointer is pointing to 101, which is the address of m variable. But how can I, using this pointer, now I will use only this pointer, I can return or access this value. Again, from the pointer, I can access this value. Let's add separator here. So now, to return or access the value of where the pointer is pointing, or the pointer address, okay? We can use star plus the pointer name. Okay, this one will return, by using star plus the pointer name, will return the value of where the pointer is pointing. Let's copy this. Okay. Now, not the address. Now you can say the value of the value where this pointer is pointing. Yeah, make more sense. So now I delete all this thing. I can access the value now. I just need to add star. Okay, this thing you need to remember. Once you remember these things, then the rest will make sense for you. Okay, so here also the value where pointer is pointing. Okay, so here this one into your star and delete this. Let's see if we can return the value of the variable that pointers is pointing to. Okay, here we go. Looks beautiful and nice. Okay, so now we can see that the pointer x, you can see now, we just use here only the pointer. We didn't refer anymore to the variable itself. From the pointer, okay, we see, okay, this pointer, what's the address of the pointer? Pointer x is 105. They say, oh, 105. Then the compiler will go to 105 and go to the 105. You see, oh, it's integer. It's integer, so you need to take 2 bytes starting from 105. Then after that, we'll take these 2 bytes and convert them into decimal number and printing them. Okay, same goes to MPTR. When the compiler sees star MPTR, will find, okay, this MPTR it's pointing to what? Okay, MPTR is pointing to 101. Go to 101. Oh, it's M. M is what? Is float. It's float. Since it's floats, mean we need to read 4 bytes after 101. So 101 take 4 bytes, converting them to number, decimal or float number, then return them or printing them. Okay, so this is how we access the how we access the variable. Even let's say we have a string. Okay, for example, we have string strg equal to hello world. Okay, remember this, how we represented in the first part. Please, I really advise you to go and watch the first part first. This one represents 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. There was 17 characters, which means 17 bytes of memory. But by using pointers, if I want to use pointer or declare a pointer to point to this string, I will first use the same data type, then strng ptr, any name, but remember, need to be what? Need to be used first the star, then in here where I declare it, I will take a copy of my pointer. Here you should always remember, if we want to read or assign the address of my variable into my pointer, we need to first, the pointer should be only the pointer name, no any character, and the variable that I need to take the address of need to use first the n character. Okay, and now I can copy this and take the string, the string pointer, Here we go. So now I expect this to return. Oh, yeah, sorry. We forgot to use semicolon here. Okay. So we expect this to return the same string for us without using the without using the same variable again and again. Okay. So here we go. We use this pointer to point to our string, and from the string we have the address of the first byte of that variable, then we read the full one. Okay. So after that, we will learn how to make use of this way to really optimize our code and fully utilize and manage our memory in our code. Stay tuned for that. Okay guys, so we will continue with part 2. This time we will work with strings. We will have more examples about strings. So let's say, first of all, let's declare a few strings. Okay, let's be here. Let's say I have my first string, let's say job 1. Let's say I have 2 jobs, okay? I have 2 jobs, job 1 and job 2, and I will make some sort of like reminder software. Okay, just for example, to see what is the function and how to use the pointers, to see the functions of the pointers and how we can use them to further improve our Arduino code. Okay, so we have here 2 jobs, 2 strings. Let's say for the first one, I will say it's morning. Let's say I have 2 jobs, one for morning time, one for midnight or evening time, whatever, just example. It's morning already, and it's time to perform job 1. Okay, this is the first string. And the second string, we can say it's evening already, okay, and it's time to take rest and go to job 2. Okay, then just for example, we have these 2 strings. Okay, so in these 2 strings, then we can have a variable, let's say time variable, let's say integer time, or this is a keyword, let's say capital time. Okay, so integer time, let's say equal to now, let's say 10 a.m., 10 morning. Okay, so we come here. Okay, so here we can say let's say if time is, let's say, less than 12 noon, sorry, 12, then we say oh, let's have another string to how can I say, to assign it for the output. Let's say every string we will assign it to the third string, where we will see how to do it. We have string final job. Okay, so this final job, we will assign it to one of these jobs, depends on the time. So if it's morning before 12, then I forgot what's the name of the variable just now. So the final job, equal to job 1, else final job equal to job 2. Okay, and then at the end we can say serial. Let's print this. We take this one. Yeah, let's just take it first. So serial print. Say the final job to be done is, okay, and then we print the final job. Copy this. Okay, so let's upload this and see the performance of our code. Wrong, not connect. Why is not connected? Oh, sorry, it's wrong. Arduino, I'm using Nano, and also port number 5. Okay, good again. Hopefully the compiler is happy. Everything okay, good. Is uploading and done. Okay, good. Okay, so this all we talk already about it. Now we start from here. We can see since the time is 10 before 12, so it should be job 1. So here we go, job 1, else job 2. Okay, if you see here, if you notice, let's see the size or how many bytes being consumed. You see here, the global variable use this kind of this length of bytes, use 720 bytes, okay, which is 35. Now let's replace the final job. We replace this with a pointer. Okay, we see how we can save the memory space here. Okay, so I will define this as, I will change it to a pointer. Actually, how to change the pointer? I just need to add star exactly at the first of the variable name, and then after that I need to here if the time is less than that, so it will be end here, because I want to take the what they call the address of job 1 or job 2, and also when I will print it out I need to use star again to print the value, this one what we talked just now, to print the value where it's pointing to. Okay, it's uploading, and let's see. Okay, good. You see now we got the same results, and let's see how much we save. Just now I guess 720. Yes, 720. This 720 bytes. Now we have only 716. Okay, which is we can imagine now we have only one variable, one string only. We save this much of memory. Can you imagine if you have a lot of memories, a lot of variables with different lengths? Definitely will be very huge improvement in your code. Okay, so this is how we deal with the strings and pointers. So from here, if we use the string directly without pointer, is mean the final job will take a copy of job 1 or a copy of job 2, then will be printed out. But when we use the pointer, so the pointer will not take copy, will take only the address of where is the job 1 location in the MCU memory. Then when we print it out or we do any process, we just can go to the address of that string, then we do whatever process we need. Okay, so here we have finished from the strings. So let's come to the arrays. Arrays kind of like different a bit. Okay, so let's say now we will declare an array, then we try to fill it up and read the elements using pointers. Okay, so let's declare an array here. So I can say, let's say integer my array. Let's say I have 10 positions or elements. Okay, and then after I declare my array, I will come to fill it up. Okay, so here just put some comment. This is the string example, and now we will come to array example. Okay, so for the array, first of all, the array will be a bit different when we assign or when we take the address of the first location of the array, because if you remember, the array actually is something like this, is already different locations, and every location inside the memory got a different address. So the most important thing is the first location inside the memory. When we read this, then later we can shift to the next address. Okay, so as we know, if we want to read the address of the array, or before we address the array, since our array is integer, where's the array? Since our array is integer, so we will use integer as our this integer as our pointer, and I believe we already have it somewhere here. Okay, let's take pointer x. Okay, so pointer x, we will use it to reference and to go through the array elements. Okay, so integer, pointer x. Okay, so as we all know, to read the what they call the array, to read the array or to access the array using the pointers, we will use the following command. First, the pointer equal to my array. That's all. Here, no need to use n. We can directly assign it to an array. This way we can directly access and read the address of the first element inside the array. Okay, so after that, so here let's put some comments. This is the way to read the first element in the array address. Okay, by using this way. Then now we can go through the array using the pointer. Okay, so again, as we know, we should use for, and now for we need to go through the index. Do you remember last time we always use the array index? This time we'll use the pointer. So from the pointer, we no need to, for the index or the pointer, we will not need to initialize it because we already start from the first, because we already assigned from the first memory location, so no need to have, if you remember, we always use like integer I equal to 0, I blah blah blah. So the first thing, because we are going to use the pointer here, so no need to initialize it because it's already assigned to the first memory location, so no need to assign it. Okay, now we will take the memory address. Do you remember how we read the address only? If you say, if we want only to read the address, this is the value here. If only we want to know the address of where the pointer is pointing, we just need it like this without any additional characters. So again, we use this way. If this pointer is less than the address of my array, with the length of 10, then my pointer plus plus. So I will use the pointer as the index for the array. First, I don't need to declare because I already assigned it here. I will take the address of the first memory location of the first element in the array. Here, I just have the condition that should be less than the address of the last element. Okay, last element in the array, which is number 10, and also I will increase it 1 by 1. Okay, so here what I will do in this loop, if you remember here, how can I access the value where the pointer is pointing? I need to use a star. So here again I use star, then the pointer name equal to, so now I'm pointing to the elements of the array. Then I need to store some value. Let's say I need to store all number 2, since this is the second part of our tutorial. So store number 2. So this will go through all the elements. We'll store 2, so we have 10 2s inside our array. And then here we will use the normal, our standard typical for loop, using the index for integer, say I equal to 0. Then I should be less than 10, because we have only 10 elements, so definitely will be from 0 to 10. Then I plus plus. Okay, and then here we need to print it out to see what we are doing. So serial.print my array of I. Okay, this is very standard typical way to index and go through the array. Okay, but this is a new way. Actually, for sure, we still can use the pointer, but this is just for you to compare and see which one is useful for you guys and which one is more easy for you. Okay, so now I will upload and let's see the result. Okay, there's broken. Oh yeah, sorry, this one not comma, should be some comma. Okay, broken. Oh yeah, oh sorry, what happened with me today? Now should be okay, everything fine. Okay, let's see our result. Done, and here we go. We have only 2 2. Why like this? Let's see what happened. From I0, yeah, sure, this one okay. Okay. guess we need to use here new line so we can see all the elements one by one. Okay, then yes, now should be okay. Here we go. We can see is it 10 twos or I need to explain all the elements through the array, or we can do something else. We can define another integer, let's say integer k equal to 1, okay, and here let's say equal to k say plus whatever, yeah. So we will add 1 to k with every iteration. It will start from 2, 3, then until the end. Okay. Yep, here we go. So start from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 until 10. So from here, guys, we can see we can access our array elements using the pointers by using this way. And also we can use the traditional way by using the index without pointer. So this one for sure more efficient, more straightforward, and also can save an integer here, can save whole bunch of memory locations by using pointers. So please guys, I really encourage you to practice more with pointers. They are really easy to be used. Maybe kind of be hard for the first time you use it, but believe me, with practice you can see they are very useful and very important in your life of coding. Yeah, so with this, I believe the part 2 will be also quite lengthy video, so I might make another third and the last part of this series that I will talk about the EEPROM, how to store, read, write with in the EEPROM using the pointers, also how to deal with let's say if you have very large number like integers, big integers, more than, because you know the EEPROM can access byte by byte, and every byte, you know, can go up to 255 decimal number. And if you have, let's say, integer with 500 or 1000 or even 2000, how you can store it in the EEPROM? Or even if you have what they call float number. Float number consists of 4 these bytes. So in the last tutorial, I believe it should be last, hopefully it will be, we will learn how to do these things, and also how to send the data over the peripheral interfaces like this I2C, SPI, others, since they can send or receive 1 byte per time. So yeah, we will discuss that in the next part. So stay tuned. By the way, if you have any comment, any questions, anything, please let me know down in the comments. I will reply you as soon as possible. Thank you very much and have a nice day.